kindness is universally celebrated as a virtue. But what if I told you it could sometimes lead to unexpected consequences? When kindness veers into overextension, it can have surprising effects on your life. Let's explore 9 ways being kind might actually disrupt your journey from relationships to personal well-being. By understanding these pitfalls, you can navigate a path where kindness enhances, rather than hinders your life's journey. Individual now, if you are new here, please like the video and subscribe. Statistics show that only 5% of my audience is subscribed to the channel, so if this content has helped you in any way, I ask you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now let's start. 9 ways being kind will ruin your life. 1. Burnout from overextending yourself. Burnout from overextending yourself is one of the most insidious ways that being excessively kind can ruin your life. At its core, kindness is a wonderful trait, promoting positive interactions and fostering a sense of community. However, when kindness becomes an unending obligation, it can lead to severe physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion, commonly known as burnout. This often happens when individuals continually prioritize the needs of others at the expense of their own well-being. Whether it's constantly saying yes to additional tasks at work, always being available to friends and family, or habitually putting others' needs before your own, this relentless giving can deplete your energy reserves. The problem with overextending kindness is that it often goes unnoticed until it's too late. People who are naturally kind-hearted may not realize that their generosity is becoming a burden. They might feel compelled to help others out of a sense of duty or guilt, and over time, this leads to chronic stress. This stress manifests in various ways, including fatigue, anxiety, irritability, and even physical symptoms like headaches or digestive issues. The constant pressure to be there for others can make it difficult to relax and take time for self-care, which only exacerbates the problem. Another aspect of burnout from overextending kindness is the emotional toll it takes. When you are constantly giving, you might start to feel resentful or unappreciated. This is particularly true if those around you begin to expect your kindness as a given, rather than appreciating it as a generous act. The imbalance in give and take relationships can lead to feelings of isolation and disconnection. You might start to question why you are not receiving the same level of care and consideration that you offer to others. This emotional exhaustion can significantly impact your mental health, leading to depression and a decreased sense of self-worth. Moreover, overextending kindness often means neglecting your own needs and desires. You may forgo personal time, hobbies, and relaxation in favor of helping others. This neglect can prevent you from pursuing your own goals and passions, ultimately leading to a lack of fulfillment and purpose in your life. It's crucial to remember that self-care is not selfish. In fact, taking care of yourself enables you to be more effective in your kindness towards others. Without adequate self-care, your ability to continue being kind will diminish, and you might find yourself unable to support anyone, including yourself. 2. People taking advantage of your kindness. People taking advantage of your kindness is another significant way that being overly kind can negatively impact your life. When you consistently demonstrate kindness without setting clear boundaries, you may inadvertently attract individuals who see your generosity as an opportunity to exploit your goodwill. These individuals, often referred to as takers, prioritize their own needs and desires over yours, leading to imbalanced and one-sided relationships. One major consequence of being taken advantage of is the gradual erosion of trust. When you realize that your kindness is being exploited, it can be disheartening and make you wary of extending help to others in the future. This erosion of trust can extend beyond the individual exploiting your kindness, affecting your overall perception of people and making it difficult to form healthy or reciprocal relationships. Moreover, constantly being taken advantage of can lead to feelings of resentment and bitterness, as you give and give without receiving the same level of consideration or support in return. You may start to feel unappreciated and undervalued. This can damage your self-esteem and lead to emotional exhaustion. Over time, these negative emotions can build up, impacting your mental health and overall well-being. Another aspect to consider is the impact on your personal and professional life. In a work environment, colleagues or supervisors may take advantage of your willingness to help, piling on additional tasks and responsibilities without proper recognition or compensation. This can hinder your career growth and lead to burnout. In personal relationships, constantly accommodating others at the expense of your own needs can result in a lack of fulfillment and a sense of being trapped in one-sided dynamics. Financial exploitation is another potential risk. Takers may request loans or financial assistance, knowing you are unlikely to refuse due to your kind nature. This can put a significant strain on your finances, leading to stress and anxiety. Additionally, the lack of repayment or appreciation can further contribute to feelings of being exploited. To mitigate these risks, it is crucial to establish and enforce healthy boundaries, clearly communicate your limits, and ensure that your kindness does not come at the expense of your own well-being. It's important to recognize that it is not your responsibility to solve everyone's problems, and saying no is a vital aspect of self-care. Learning to identify takers and setting boundaries with them is essential. Observe the behavior of those around you and notice patterns of exploitation. Do they only contact you when they need something? Do they fail to reciprocate your kindness? Being mindful of these signs can help you protect yourself from being taken advantage of. Building assertiveness is another key strategy. Assertiveness involves expressing your needs and boundaries confidently and respectfully. This does not mean being unkind or aggressive, but rather standing up for yourself and ensuring your kindness is not abused. For example, you might say, "I'm happy to help, but I also need to ensure I have time for my own responsibilities." 3. Neglecting your own needs. Neglecting your own needs is a significant way that excessive kindness can ruin your life. While being kind to others is often seen as a noble and admirable trait, it can lead to a dangerous cycle of self-neglect if not managed properly. When you constantly prioritize the needs and desires of others over your own, you risk losing sight of your well-being, which can have far-reaching negative consequences on your physical, emotional, and mental health. One of the most immediate effects of neglecting your own needs is physical exhaustion. Constantly putting others first can mean sacrificing your time, energy, and resources. This often results in sleep deprivation, poor nutrition, and lack of exercise, as you might forego these essential aspects of self-care to accommodate others. Over time, these sacrifices can lead to a weakened immune system, increased susceptibility to illnesses, and chronic fatigue. Without proper self-care, your ability to function effectively and support others diminishes, creating a vicious cycle of declining health and increasing obligations. Emotionally, neglecting your own needs can lead to feelings of frustration, resentment, and burnout. Continuously giving without taking time to replenish your emotional reserves can leave you feeling drained and overwhelmed. You might start to feel unappreciated or taken for granted, especially if your acts of kindness go unnoticed or unreciprocated. This emotional depletion can also lead to mental health issues, such as anxiety and depression, as the constant pressure to be there for others takes a toll on your psyche. Mentally, neglecting your own needs can lead to a loss of self-identity and purpose. When your life revolves around meeting the needs of others, you might begin to lose sight of your goals, dreams, and aspirations. Your personal growth and development can stagnate as you focus all your energy on helping others achieve their goals. Over time, this can lead to a sense of emptiness and dissatisfaction with life. You may find yourself questioning your worth and purpose as your identity becomes increasingly tied to the roles you play in other people's lives. Relationships can also suffer when you neglect your own needs. While it might seem, at least, that constantly being kind and helpful would strengthen relationships, it can actually create imbalances and dependencies. Others may come to rely on you too heavily, expecting you to always be available to meet their needs. This can create a dynamic where your needs are consistently sidelined, leading to resentment and strained relationships. Furthermore, if you are always giving and never receiving, you might start to feel isolated and unsupported, which can damage your sense of connection and belonging. Another critical aspect of neglecting your own needs is the impact on your personal and professional life. In your personal life, you might miss out on opportunities for relaxation, hobbies, and social activities that are essential for a balanced and fulfilling life. In your professional life, constantly prioritizing others can lead to decreased productivity and effectiveness, as you might find yourself overwhelmed by trying to juggle too many responsibilities. This can hinder your career growth and lead to job dissatisfaction. 4. Becoming a people pleaser. Sacrificing your personal goals is another significant way that excessive kindness can ruin your life. When you constantly prioritize the needs and aspirations of others over your own, your personal ambitions can fall by the wayside, leading to a lack of fulfillment and a sense of stagnation. While kindness is a virtue, it can become detrimental when it prevents you from pursuing your own dreams and achieving your potential. One of the most direct impacts of sacrificing your personal goals is the loss of time and energy that could be devoted to your pursuits, whether it's advancing your career, developing a skill, or achieving a personal milestone. These goals require dedication and focus. However, when you're overly kind and constantly helping others, you may find that your own projects are perpetually delayed. This can result in missed opportunities, whether it's a promotion at work, a chance to learn something new, or the ability to travel and experience different cultures. The emotional consequences of sacrificing your personal goals are profound. When you repeatedly set aside your aspirations to support others, you might begin to feel unfulfilled and frustrated. This can lead to feelings of resentment towards those who seem to benefit from your kindness without reciprocating. Over time, this emotional burden can weigh heavily on your mental health, potentially leading to anxiety and depression. The realization that you are not living up to your potential because you are too focused on others can be disheartening and can erode your self-esteem and sense of worth. Moreover, constantly sacrificing your personal goals can create a cycle of dependency and expectation in your relationships. Others might come to expect your assistance and support as a given, not recognizing the sacrifices you are making. This dynamic can be particularly harmful in professional settings where colleagues or supervisors might exploit your willingness to help, assigning you tasks that detract from your primary responsibilities and career growth. In personal relationships, friends or family members might rely on you too heavily, failing to encourage your personal development and growth. Another significant aspect of sacrificing personal goals is the potential for regret later in life. As time passes, the opportunities to pursue certain goals may diminish. This could be due to age, changes in personal circumstances, or evolving responsibilities. The realization that you let your dreams slip away because you were too focused on being kind to others can lead to a profound sense of loss and regret. This regret can be a heavy emotional burden, impacting your overall happiness and satisfaction with life. Financial implications are another consideration. Personal goals often require investment, whether it's money for education, starting a business, or other personal projects. By constantly prioritizing others, you might find yourself financially strained, unable to allocate resources towards your own ambitions. This can create a cycle where you are unable to advance your personal goals due to a lack of financial stability, which in turn can perpetuate feelings of frustration and dissatisfaction to avoid the negative consequences of sacrificing your personal goals. It is essential to practice self-awareness and prioritize your aspirations. Start by clearly defining your goals and creating a plan to achieve them. This plan should include specific, measurable steps and a realistic timeline. By having a concrete plan, you can better allocate your time and resources, ensuring that your personal goals are given the attention they deserve. 5. Sacrificing your own happiness. Allowing others to take advantage of you is a critical way in which excessive kindness can ruin your life. When you consistently put others' needs above your own, without setting boundaries, you may become a target for those who exploit your generosity. This exploitation can occur in various aspects of your life, leading to significant emotional, mental, and even financial consequences. One of the most immediate effects of being taken advantage of is emotional burnout. Constantly giving without receiving fair treatment or appreciation can leave you feeling drained, unappreciated, and resentful. Emotional burnout can manifest as chronic stress, anxiety, and depression. When others habitually take advantage of your kindness, it creates an imbalance in relationships, causing you to feel undervalued and used. This can erode your self-esteem and self-worth, making it difficult to assert yourself and establish healthy boundaries. In professional settings, allowing others to exploit your kindness can hinder your career growth and development. Colleagues or supervisors might offload their responsibilities onto you, expecting you to cover for them without recognition or reward. This not only adds to your workload but can also prevent you from focusing on your own tasks and professional goals. Over time, this can lead to decreased job satisfaction, missed opportunities for advancement, and a lack of professional growth. Being seen as the person who will always take on extra work can also pigeonhole you into a role where your contributions are taken for granted and your potential is overlooked. Financial exploitation is another significant risk when you allow others to take advantage of your kindness. Friends, family, or acquaintances might regularly ask for loans, favors, or financial support, knowing that you are unlikely to refuse. While helping others in times of need is commendable, consistently providing financial assistance without any boundaries can strain your own financial stability. You may find yourself unable to save, invest, or spend on your personal needs and goals because you are constantly bailing out others. This can lead to financial stress and insecurity, further compounding the emotional toll of being taken advantage of. Socially, allowing others to take advantage of your kindness, it can isolate you. As you become known as someone who is always available to help, you might attract individuals who are more interested in what they can gain from you rather than forming genuine, reciprocal relationships. This can lead to feelings of loneliness and isolation, as you may struggle to find friends who value you for who you are rather than what you can do for them. Over time, this can erode your trust in others and make it difficult to form meaningful connections. Additionally, being consistently taken advantage of can lead to a loss of identity and personal fulfillment. When you spend the majority of your time and energy catering to others' needs, you might lose sight of your own desires, passions, and aspirations. Your identity can become tied to your role as a helper or caregiver, leaving little room for personal growth and self-discovery. This can lead to a sense of emptiness and dissatisfaction with life, as you realize that you have neglected your own dreams and potential in favor of others. 6. Enabling negative behavior in others. Enabling negative behavior in others is a significant way that excessive kindness can ruin your life. When you consistently accommodate and excuse harmful actions or behaviors, you not only compromise your well-being but also perpetuate the cycle of negativity in those around you. This enabling can have far-reaching consequences, affecting your emotional, mental, and social health, and can lead to a toxic environment that stifles personal growth and happiness. One of the primary aspects of enabling negative behavior is the impact on your emotional health. By continuously tolerating and justifying someone's negative actions, you can develop feelings of frustration, resentment, and helplessness. This emotional strain occurs because you are constantly dealing with the fallout of their behavior while suppressing your own needs and feelings. Over time, this can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and even depression as the emotional burden of managing someone else's issues becomes overwhelming. Your kindness, intended to support and help, instead becomes a source of emotional turmoil and instability. Mentally, enabling negative behavior can erode your sense of self-worth and confidence. When you make allowances for others' harmful actions, you might start to doubt your own judgment and decision-making abilities. You may feel guilty for not being able to help them change or for setting boundaries, which can further diminish your self-esteem. This mental conflict can make it difficult to assert yourself in other areas of your life, leading to a pervasive sense of inadequacy and self-doubt. The mental exhaustion of constantly dealing with someone else's negativity can also impair your cognitive function, reducing your ability to focus, think clearly, and make sound decisions. Socially, enabling negative behavior can isolate you from supportive and healthy relationships. People who exploit your kindness may consume your time and energy, leaving little room for nurturing positive connections. Additionally, friends and family who witness you tolerating negative behavior might distance themselves, either because they disapprove of the situation or because they don't want to be involved in the associated drama. This can leave you feeling isolated and unsupported as you lose touch with those who could provide a more balanced and healthy perspective on life. Furthermore, your reputation might suffer as others see you as someone who tolerates or even condones harmful behavior. In professional settings, enabling negative behavior can have serious repercussions on your career. Colleagues or supervisors who engage in toxic behaviors might rely on your kindness to avoid accountability for their actions. This can create a dysfunctional work environment where negative behaviors are normalized and go unchallenged. As a result, your work performance might suffer due to the stress and distraction caused by these dynamics. Moreover, your professional reputation could be tarnished if you are seen as complicit in or supportive of negative behaviors, potentially limiting your career growth and opportunities. 7. Losing respect from others. Losing respect from others is a profound way in which excessive kindness can ruin your life. When your kindness consistently crosses the line into enabling self-sacrifice or a lack of assertiveness, it can lead to others losing respect for you. This loss of respect can manifest in various aspects of your life, including personal relationships, professional environments, and your overall social standing. The consequences of losing respect are far-reaching and can significantly impact your emotional well-being, self-esteem, and ability to achieve personal and professional goals. In personal relationships, losing respect can erode the foundation of mutual trust and equality. When you allow others to take advantage of your kindness without setting boundaries, they may begin to see you as a doormat rather than a partner or friend. This can lead to a dynamic where your needs and feelings are consistently overlooked or dismissed. Over time, this lack of respect can manifest in more blatant forms of disregard, such as emotional manipulation, neglect, or even abuse. The relationship becomes unbalanced, with one person exerting control and the other constantly giving in, leading to a toxic environment that stifles personal growth and happiness. Professionally, losing respect from colleagues and superiors can hinder your career advancement and job satisfaction. If you are seen as someone who is overly accommodating or unable to assert your boundaries, you may be overlooked for promotions, leadership roles, or important projects. Colleagues might offload their work onto you, assuming you will handle it without complaint. Supervisors may exploit your willingness to help, expecting you to take on tasks outside your job description without appropriate recognition or compensation. This lack of respect can limit your professional development, as your contributions are undervalued and your potential is underestimated. Furthermore, it can create a stressful work environment where you feel constantly overburdened and underappreciated. Socially, losing respect can isolate you from supportive and meaningful connections. Friends and acquaintances may perceive you as someone who is easily manipulated or lacks the confidence to stand up for themselves. This perception can lead to a lack of genuine support and reciprocity in your relationships. People may take advantage of your kindness, using you for their benefit without offering anything in return. Over time, you might find yourself surrounded by individuals who do not truly value or respect you, leading to feelings of loneliness and isolation. Your social circle may become filled with people who drain your energy rather than uplift and support you. It can be devastating. It can lead to a significant decline in self-esteem and self-worth. When you are consistently treated with a lack of respect, you may start to internalize these negative perceptions, believing that you are unworthy of better treatment. This can create a vicious cycle where your diminished self-esteem makes it even more difficult to assert yourself and demand the respect you deserve. The emotional toll of feeling undervalued and disrespected can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and depression. It can also impair your ability to form healthy, reciprocal relationships in the future, as you may struggle with trust and self-assertion. 8. Suppressing your true feelings. Suppressing your true feelings is a significant way in which excessive kindness can ruin your life. When you consistently hide your genuine emotions to avoid conflict, please others, or maintain a facade of constant kindness, it can lead to severe emotional, psychological, and social consequences. This self-suppression can erode your sense of identity, harm your mental health, and distort your relationships, creating a life that feels inauthentic and unfulfilling. Emotionally, suppressing your true feelings can lead to a buildup of unresolved emotions such as anger, frustration, and sadness. When these emotions are not expressed or processed, they can fester and intensify over time, leading to emotional burnout. Constantly pretending to be okay when you're not can create a state of chronic stress, as your mind and body are in a perpetual state of tension. This emotional strain can manifest in various physical symptoms, including headaches, fatigue, and digestive issues. Additionally, the constant act of suppressing emotions can lead to anxiety and depression. As you struggle with the internal conflict between your true feelings and the persona you present to the world, psychologically, the act of suppressing your true feelings can erode your self-esteem and self-worth. When you consistently put others' needs and feelings above your own, you may begin to feel that your emotions and desires are less important or valid. This can create a negative self-perception where you view yourself as less deserving of respect, care, and attention. Over time, this can lead to a diminished sense of identity, as you lose touch with your own preferences, desires, and values. The constant effort to align your actions with others' expectations rather than your own authentic self can lead to feelings of confusion and self-doubt, making it difficult to make decisions and assert your needs. In relationships, suppressing your true feelings can create a dynamic that lacks authenticity and intimacy. Hide your emotions to avoid conflict or please others. You are not presenting your true self in the relationship. This can lead to a superficial connection where the other person does not truly know or understand you. Without open and honest communication, misunderstandings and resentment, it can build up, damaging the trust and closeness in the relationship. Additionally, by not expressing your needs and boundaries, you may inadvertently enable others to take advantage of you. creating an imbalanced and unhealthy dynamic. Socially, suppressing your true feelings can isolate you from genuine connections. People are drawn to authenticity and sincerity. And when you constantly hide your true emotions, you may come across as inauthentic or distant. This can make it difficult to form deep, meaningful relationships, as others may sense that you are not being entirely truthful or open. Furthermore, the effort to maintain a facade of constant kindness and positivity can be exhausting, leaving you with little energy for social interactions. This can lead to social withdrawal and isolation as you avoid situations where you feel pressured to suppress your true feelings. Professionally, suppressing your true feelings can hinder your career growth and job satisfaction. In the workplace, open communication and assertiveness are crucial for collaboration and problem solving. When you hide your true emotions and opinions, you may miss opportunities to contribute valuable insights, advocate for your needs, or address issues that affect your performance and well-being. This can lead to a lack of recognition and advancement, as your contributions and potential are overlooked. Additionally, the stress of constantly suppressing your true feelings can lead to job dissatisfaction and burnout, as you feel disconnected and unfulfilled in your professional role. 9. Difficulty saying no. Difficulty saying no is a common challenge that can significantly impact your life, affecting your relationships, well-being, and overall productivity. This difficulty often stems from a desire to please others, avoid conflict, or fear of rejection, but it can lead to various negative consequences if not addressed. Emotionally, struggling to say no can result in feelings of resentment, stress, and burnout. When you consistently agree to requests or commitments that you don't truly want or have the capacity to fulfill, you may experience a sense of inner conflict. This conflict arises from prioritizing others' needs over your own, neglecting your boundaries, and sacrificing your personal time and energy. Over time, this pattern can erode your self-esteem, as you feel powerless to assert your own preferences and needs. You may begin to feel overwhelmed and emotionally drained, leading to heightened anxiety and a sense of being trapped in obligations that don't align with your true desires. Psychologically, the difficulty in saying no can undermine your sense of autonomy and control over your life. Constantly yielding to others' demands or expectations can lead to a loss of self-confidence and a distorted self-perception. You may start to doubt your ability to make decisions or assert your boundaries, which can perpetuate a cycle of people-pleasing behavior. This cycle not only limits your personal growth and development, but also reinforces a pattern where your needs and desires are consistently subordinated to those of others. This lack of assertiveness can impact various areas of your life, including your career, relationships, and overall sense of fulfillment. In relationships, the inability to say no can lead to unhealthy dynamics characterized by imbalance and resentment. Friends, family members, or colleagues may come to expect you to always say yes, taking advantage of your accommodating nature without considering your own feelings or limitations. This can create a one-sided relationship where your needs are consistently overlooked or undervalued, leading to feelings of frustration and dissatisfaction. Moreover, when you avoid saying no to avoid conflict or maintain harmony, you may sacrifice your authenticity and genuine connection with others. Over time, this can strain relationships and erode trust, as others may perceive you as unreliable or lacking in integrity. Professionally, difficulty saying no can hinder your career, advancement, and job satisfaction. In the workplace, being unable to decline additional tasks or projects can lead to overcommitment and burnout. This can affect your productivity and ability to meet deadlines as you spread yourself too thin trying to please everyone. Additionally, colleagues or supervisors may exploit your willingness to help, assigning you tasks outside your job description, or expecting you to work overtime without proper compensation or recognition. This can create a stressful work environment where your professional growth is stunted and your contributions are undervalued.